O Rishikesh, master of the senses and Lord of Lords, you have released your mother Devaki, who was long imprisoned and distressed by the envious King Kamsa, and me and my children from a series of constant dangers. The purport. Devaki, the mother of Krishna and sister of King Kamsa, was put into prison along with her husband Vasudeva, because the envious king was afraid of being killed by Devaki's 8th son, Krishna. He killed all the sons of Devaki who were born before Krishna, but Krishna escaped the danger of child slaughter because he was transferred to the house of Lord Krishna's foster father. Kunti Dev, along with her children, was also saved from a series of dangers. But Kunti Dev was shown far more favour because Lord Krishna did not save other children of Devaki, where he saved the children of Kunti Devi. This was done because Devaki's husband Vasudeva was living, whereas Kunti Devi was a widow, and therefore there was none to help her except Krishna. The conclusion is that Krishna endows more favour to a devotee who is in greater dangers. Sometimes he puts his pure devotees in that condition of helplessness, the devotee becomes more attached to the Lord. The more the attachment is there for the Lord, the more success is there for the devotees. Amagyana Mirandasya Jana Jana Shalakaya Chakshural Militamyena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. I was born in the darkness of ignorance, and my spiritual master opened my eyes with the torchlight of knowledge. I offer my respectful obeisances unto him. Namaha Vishnu Bidaya Krishna Vishtaya Bhutale Shrimari Satsrup Tasko Swami Bidaya Krishna Vishtaya Bhutale Shrimari Bhaktivedanta Swami Nityanamani Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pacharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Deshatari. Here we have a very amazing analogy between these two devotees, Devaki and Kunti. Not analogy, I suppose the word is comparison. Devaki has suffered hugely in the sense that 6 of her children, one after the other, were killed. The 7th was about to be killed, or which was actually the 9th was about to be killed, actually, which was, as we know, it was the internal energy. She was caught by Kamsa and was dashed against the wall, and but obviously you can't kill the internal energy of Krishna. So she arose and chastised Kamsa subsequently. But this was all going on in front of Devaki. Her children, one after another, were taken away. And whereas with Kunti, it wasn't as severe, seemingly, because her children weren't killed. She had the pleasure of growing up with her children. Even though they were attacked, they were trying to be poisoned, burnt. Everything was done to try to kill them. But she says that she is more fortunate in this situation than Devaki was. But yet in the purport, Prabhupada puts it in another way. He said that Devaki was, because of the protection of Vasudeva, Krishna didn't need to be as much present for her. Whereas with Kunti Devi, because her husband Bandhu had died, therefore she had no protection. That's the way Krishna was looking. Therefore he gave her even more protection. He had to come personally to help her, especially in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, where he protected her sons, which is what we're talking about here. And then in the purport, Srila Prabhupada makes these extraordinary comments, whereby he says that the conclusion is that Krishna endows more favor to a devotee who is in greater dangers. In other words, Kunti was in greater dangers. I mean, Devaki was in huge dangers, but in this instance, it's Kunti. Well, I mean, look, if Devaki, Krishna came personally as forearm Vishnu to actually protect her in the jail, but yet Devaki, because of her mother, very worried that he would be killed by Kamsa, because all her previous children were killed by Kamsa. Whereas sometimes Prabhupada says that sometimes he puts his pure devotees in such dangers because in that condition of helplessness, the devotee becomes more attached to the Lord. So now this whole chapter is about how Kunti is completely dependent on Krishna. She doesn't even take shelter in that sense in her own family members who are great devotees of Krishna. She prays that Krishna is, she prays for calamity so that Krishna is there more and more. So Devaki, Prabhupada is kind of seems to be leading up to this point where Devaki is calling for more calamities, because in that case she can depend on Krishna more and more. So this is a purport leading up to that. So Prabhupada is in one sense he's preparing us for that. Because he puts his pure devotees in such dangers, because in that condition of helplessness,